Had to make sure that it was a proper rap show, and we started a little late. Well, here we are, aren't we? Thank you for being here with me tonight to celebrate this project. I have to say my thank yous. Thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you to Jay and Dewan for opening up your space for the Creative Sounds series. So this is a celebration for I'm having a good time now, but it's also part of the Creative Sounds series, which is this little intimate kind of vibe where I'm just going to talk at you and perform the songs. And you two are so cool, man. I'm glad that the universe allowed us to meet. I met Jay, Leslie and I were at Escape Barrel House, and Jay was doing live painting, and we're like, oh, look at his stuff, it's very dope. And so we bought a piece off of Jay, and he's like, he had to do some kind of art thing, like seal it, yeah. And he's like, then I'll hit you up and we can meet up. So then we met up at Escape, and he was with Dewan, and then we just had a beer, and I was like, man, these guys are cool, man. They're like, yeah, we have a space called Creative Grounds in Bernardino. I'm like, what? I'm from San Bernardino? Like, this is so cool that you're doing this. So, like, it just means a lot to see people like yourselves, like, cultivating a meaningful place for people in San Bernardino. Like, that just, thank you. It means a whole lot. I want to thank CashOnly. Look at this setup. This is absurd in a good way. Like, we got multiple camera angles, we got lights. Like, watch, when I start rapping, I'm going to sound like the recording. Like, it's going to be exquisite. So thank you. You're just an incredible human, friend, sound person, beat wizard. Like, thank you to Leslie just for... She knows on days that I have shows, I'm just like a little like raw nerve, you know, like I can't think about anything but all the bad things that might happen at a show, and she's just like down for it. So thank you. And so what I thought of doing is just kind of talking about each song and kind of breaking it down like genius.com kind of thing, you know. So I'm having a good time now. It's the second song collection that I put out as Adam et al. All of you here know that I used to do music as Fame Kills. Maybe a little more context to Jay and Dewan, because when you met me, I wasn't doing Fame Kills anymore. But that first Adam et al. Song collection was really just like kind of shaking the dust off, shaking the Fame Kills off of myself, you know. And by the way, like, make sure you take some Fame Kills free merch home with you, because I'm trying to get rid of it. Not like, you know, I don't want it to just go in some like dump and like, you know, we got to conserve the earth and all that. So help conserve the earth by taking some merch home. I might just, just take it and put it at the thrift store too. But yeah, that first project was really like a transition period for sure. And then this project, I'm having a good time now. Like, it's just like the title said, like, all right, I'm setting into this feeling of Adam et al. So being an English professor, I wanted to merge everything and be more authentic, you know, because I feel like as Fame Kills, and I've probably had this conversation with each and every one of you, like, at some point, like, with Fame Kills, I was always trying to, like, compartmentalize, like, this is me rapping, this is me the poet, this is me the educator, this is me just being Adam. And I didn't want to do that. It felt inauthentic, and it just kind of like doing all that switching is just kind of exhausting, you know. And just like even with therapy, like my therapist, shout out to my therapist, Dr. Scholes, that's my therapist's name, Dr. Scholes. Hey, she takes care of my soul. No, but like she really like put me in this headspace of like just trying to be more authentically me and just not caring, you know? And so the et al. Is a Latin phrase that we use when we're writing essays, and like, you know, you have, if you're working on some research with a lot of people, you put, if there's a bunch of you, you would put like the main person's name and then et al., which means and everyone else. So Adam et al. Is Adam, me, and everybody else within me, all the multiplicities of me, all the 8-year-old Adam, 9-year-old, 21-year-old, blah, blah, blah. And then just all of you, everyone that has like lifted me up and supported me. That's what it's about. And so like, I'm just getting more comfortable in it, and that's what I'm having a good time now is about. And if you've seen the album art, there's a very candid picture from my second bachelor party. I had 2 bachelor parties. Because of the pandemic, man. And yeah, I just felt like that picture encapsulated it, like, because I'm having a good time now. It's also, I wrote a lot of it during the pandemic, and we all know that we've all gone through our own fatigues during that time. And so it's just trying to like poke a hole in that balloon and say like, yeah, things are kind of shitty in the world, but I'm still going to try to make the best out of it. So this first song is called No Worry. And it initially started out as like this like really soft like indie pop song, like Perfume Genius kind of thing. Like the hook was don't you let them take your joy. And like when the producer Captain Pigment sent me the beat, like it's just a way different vibe, but those were the words that automatically came to me. So like I wrote the hook first, and I just kind of translated that from being like this really softer thing to being more declarative and like using my rapper voice, you know, like being more confident. And this song's really about not letting like your I mean, I can't speak for any of you, but for me, sometimes I wake up and there's a voice in my head that says, you're not shit. And like, I have a lot of imposter phenomenon, you know? And this song's about like trying to reject those voices in your head, or even if it's people that are really putting you down. I hope that's not something in your life, but if you have that, that's what it's about too. And so, yeah, it's about looking in the mirror and saying, you are the shit, man. So, let's do it, Cash. Don't you let them take your joy, and don't you fight the feeling. It's your joy. I got a bone to pick, ain't no controlling it. I'm in the zone, I'm zoning out, ain't no controlling this. Gotta let go of it, I cannot shoulder it. Throwing the blame on the side of the road, we getting thrown in this. It's so very appropriate. My family play by them bones for this. The ops only throw 6 stones, but it's okay. The words they say, my wild tongue, it can't be 10. Light is young, so I go play. The moon turns sun and light my face up. We going way up. We going way up. Tell them it's time, tell them to wake up. When will they wake up? Hold them now, wait. Don't you let them take your joy. No, don't you fight the feeling. Oh, you got a lot of game. No, you got the best heart. They'll say what they gotta say. You know that you're very smart. Demons, they give chase, but they'll never catch me. Inside my one-track mind, no, they'll never lap me. We going way up. 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 We going way.
Not gon' worry what they got to say.
How about that, okay? So we not gon' worry what they got to say. How about that, okay? No, we not gon' worry what they got to say. How about that, okay? No, we not gon' worry what they got to say. Don't you let them take your joy. Don't you fight. Don't you fight the feeling. Too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad, baby. Ooh, that's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad. Ooh, that's too bad. We going way, we going way, we going way up. We going way, we going way, we going way up. We going way, we going way, we going way up. We going way, way. No worry. The next one, I'm doing a cappella. So I'm gonna do it without the mic. Well, let me tell you a little story. Even though you probably most of you have heard this story, but this song is called "Wait Forever," and it's about mine and Leslie's weddings, right? Like, wait forever. We got engaged in 2019, and that was one of the best days of my life. I still remember, and CashOnly was part of it. CashOnly was hiding in the trees at Caroline Park while I made up some corny idea. Like, I had this little notebook, and I was like, "Hey, can you read this? Like, I confiscated this from my students, and like it was causing drama. Like, what should I do? Should I tell the dean?" And I was like, "Just read it, just read it." And it was this poem that I wrote about us, and she's like, What is this? And then when she was done reading it, I was on my knee, and I proposed, and she was about it. And then we went home, and we called our family, and that was cool. And then we went to dinner. That was a good dinner, right? Good dinner. We went to Caprice. Yeah. Went to Caprice, and then so we were stoked. Like, all right, this is what she wanted. Joshua Tree, Halloween, full moon. Let's do this thing. We found some spots and all of that, and then of course we all know what happened in 2020. And then we're like, all right, we could probably still do it because we all didn't know, right? We were like, there's gonna be a couple weeks. Okay, there's gonna be a couple months. Oh, okay. Now we're like, okay, so we were like, let's just take this money we've been saving and buy a house instead. So that's what we did in 2020, as you all know, and many of you have been to our house, and many of you need to come to our house. And after that, we were still like, well, I mean, this is great. Like, we're homeowners now, but we still want to be married. I think we're both very romantic people, and like, marriage is not the end-all be-all. Like there's kind of like common law marriages, right? Like, people been in love and don't get married, and that doesn't take nothing away because you're not like legally married. But I think we both wanted to have that like ceremonial thing. And so we said, well, let's just elope, like me and you. So we went to San Francisco and we did that thing. And then I remember, because Tino was our officiant, thank you. And he saw us post about it, and he was like, oh my God, did I miss it? Like, did I miss the wedding? And we're like, chill. No, we went and eloped, and we kind of kept it under wraps. And so then we were married. We were a married couple in 2021. But I'll speak for me. I'm an English major, so I'm like all about like, symbolism. And I'm like, I'm in love with you. I want people to see it. I want people to experience that love with us. So like, I still wanted that communal experience. So what did we do? We start saving up again, and we're like, all right, let's have a family wedding again. And so we finally made that happen in April of this year, and many of you were there. This man, Gabe, made an incredible video for us and photos and such. And so I started writing this song in 2020. Yeah, I think 2020. Started writing it. And I just knew that like this was something that is like a very unique experience. And it's like so many people have been affected by the pandemic, right? Like this is almost a trivial thing compared to a lot of experiences that people have had. But it's still something. And I know that there's a lot of people that had to deal with that. Like, you go to people's weddings before the pandemic and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. I can't wait to experience this for myself. And then all of a sudden, no, you can't do that. Like, that hurts. That hurts. And so I reached out to two of my friends, Young Miss and Link, because I knew that they had similar experiences, but a different angle, because like Link had just gotten married in 2019, so he was newly wed, and then Young Miss got engaged during the pandemic. So I was like, oh, like we're all in these different stages of it, and so we can like offer a different perspective. And so I hit them up, and they were like, yeah, I'm down to talk about this. And the song is amazing. Like Young Miss's voice is beautiful, but I'm gonna do a cappella right now because it's hard to get us all in the same room. I'll just do it on the mic because I don't want to lose my voice. I always end up losing my voice because I go too hard and I don't know how to use my diaphragm correctly. Between two Joshua trees, a full moon in autumn. That's what you wanted when all of it started. People we love watch us till death do us part, and you dance with your father, me with my mom. Waited it out, thought it wouldn't be long delay. My fiance, I'm sorry to say, playing it safe while this world is aflame. You were my fire escape. All in your grace I could hide away. Counting the days like on delay. The money we saved, the plans that we made for tying the knot turned to buying a place of our own. Now we have a house, but we call it a home. Then we hit the bay to elope. Chateau with my spouse. We stayed at a place called Chateau Tavali. That's why Chateau with my spouse. Because we were married now, right? Hey, we get in the zone, babe. You know what I mean? Babe, you're the one that I need. Believe in the spring. We'll put on those rings. Take care on the strings. So when we finally had our family wedding, Beach House Take Care is one of our favorite songs. And Leslie was part of the music department at Cal State, and she hit up one of her friends to arrange the song for a trio to play, and that was amazing. Take care on the strings, between you and me. Babe, we're learning and breathing in sync. You're working on you, I'm working on me. I think that line is really about, like, there's a lot of people that were in the lockdown moment, right? Like, no matter what part of your relationship, romantic relationship you were in, and a lot of things changed for people, right? I heard there was a lot of divorce happening because suddenly, like, your life outside of the house stopped, and it's like, oh, you're the person that I was married to. Like, so that's dark, but really that's what that line is about. Like, you really get to know someone when you truly can't leave the house, and like, so you're working on you and I'm working on me, like authentically, right? Like, we were really trying to be with each other, but also like, how do I find time for myself in this space? We're learning and breathing in sync. Working on you, I'm working on me. Together we're living a dream. Forever, always, las almas gemelas. That's what our song will say. What does las almas gemelas mean? Twin souls. And that, I mean, y'all know I don't speak Spanish very well. And so that was, like, when we were debating, like, oh, what should we, like, so we got matching jackets, like a little biker gang, and we got it stitched on our jackets, and like, but it was also kind of like, well, what, like, you know, what can we do for a hashtag, or like, what can we do for drinks, and so that was all you, like, kindred spirits, twin souls. That's how we see each other. And so now I'm a married man. Thanks. Thank you for making me an honest man. But this next song is called 9K, and it's like, I wrote it from a space of like, I'm a married man now. Like, if you heard my Fame Kills stuff, a lot of bachelor-y things going on in that music. And so it's like, how can I sound like, how can I be cool? Because like, when you rap, you have to be cool to a certain degree. So like, how can I be cool? How can I sound cool, but still talk about like where I'm at in life now and like being married? And so like, I'm still trying to figure that out. Not that being married is not cool, but like, the audience that is not married, they might not relate to it, right? So, like 9K. All right. So 9K, like 9,000, right? So I don't know if some of you have probably seen the meme from many years ago called Over 9,000. And it was an image of Vegeta from Dragon Ball. And he's got the little radar on. And he's looking at Goku. And he's like, oh my God, his level's over 9,000. Like he's going off. And so this is going way back. Like in grad school, when I was living the bachelor life, we would get really like kind of stir crazy because we would just kind of sit around the house and just me and the dudes, and we would just sit around the house and like play Wii golf and like drink a beer. And like one day I just came out of my room with a cowboy hat on and like some basketball shorts and some gloves with cut off gloves and some sunglasses. And I started singing this country song and it went, well, if you fuck with me 9,000, then you know I'll fuck 9,000 with you too, brother. And so, like it got catchy in the apartment. It was catchy. Like we would sing it to each other, and just meant like I love you, dude. Like I'm loyalty. Like it's a loyal friendship. It's a loyalty thing. So like 9K is like 9,000. So it's about like being loyal, not only to my wife, but like to the people that are loyal to me, like that lift me up. All of you that are here, like. You're lifting me up, like that's what it's about. So it's about we all have dreams, we all have goals. And again, like going back to no worry, like sometimes there's that voice in your head that tells you like you don't deserve that goal, you don't deserve that dream, you can't do it. But then you have your support system that tells you can, tells you otherwise, and you have to reevaluate that voice in your head. So let's get some crowd participation. Like this is my first show in San Bernardino as Adam et al., by the way, and this is my hometown. So this means a great deal to do this part, to do this song and this part in San Bernardino. So when I say every time I ride around my city, you say, "What's up?" Ready? Every time I ride around my city. Every time I ride around my city. Okay. Now, I'm taking notes from Leslie. By the way, like Leslie, Cash, and Josh, like are my, whether you like to believe it or not, you're like my unauthorized team. Like I'm always running ideas by them. I'm always showing them demos. I'm always showing them my artwork. Like, what do you think of this? Like, is this good artwork for the single? Like all that. Like, what do you think? Like even for tonight, like, my team, you're my team. Like I trust what you have to say about. So if you like any of my music, like you like their ideas. So what Leslie had told me is, like this call and response thing is dope. But then in the middle of the song, when I say the hook part every time I ride around my city and you say what's up, I'm gonna rap over you. It works very well at the beginning and at the end. But just trust me, like keep saying it to me because it feeds me. It gets me over 9,000. Ready? Let's try to the beat, yeah? And every time I ride around my city, every time I ride around my city, yeah.
Way too dope.
My wife's gold-plated chain on my chest, gold wedding ring all up on my left, yeah. Bands on my waist and gold frame specs. Every time I ride around my city, I go I go Bennett, everything. Peep my slang, I go Bennett, words I sang. I'm so sane, super sane. Use my voice, I use my brain. Use my noise, I use my name. Use my joy, I use my pain. Now, fuck with me, 9,000. Buzzing off of them ounces. Yeah, baby, we ballin'. Peep the way it bounces. For the mic check, I go 97. Jordan sick, that flu game, that's a ball win. Victory like I'm Wu-Tang. Chip on my shoulder, I'm all in. Gym with the rhetoric, blessed with his blood in my veins. Hate on my name, that is all sin. Dolls in with the two flames. Look, Jack, this the new swing. There's no bust down, got a boo thing. I'm obliged to show her that real love off the Mary J. My white gold-plated chain on my chest, gold wedding ring all up on my left. Yup, bands on my waist and gold frame specs. Every time I ride around my city, I sunbathe in my fine skin. I'm already shining. That's why I don't have a need to be dripping in diamonds. But I'm still desiring to try on new climates. Green lights when I'm driving, recline when I'm flying. Said, honey, I'm so radiant. They be hating and taking that green with envy shade to a whole new gradient. The ship is sailing while I stay salient. You can buy the dream, but can you keep up with the maintenance? I said my body radiating, my body radiating. They say radiating, they say radiating. I'm an expert, citing experts. I know my net worth, got the best work in my next verse. I need respect first, so cut the check first. My wife's gold-plated chain on my chest, gold wedding ring all up on my left. Yup, bands on my waist and gold frame specs. Every time I ride around my city set, you can buy the dream, but can you keep up with the maintenance? I'm grateful for it daily, even when it tries my patience. No, all glitter isn't gold, polish when it gets dull. I'm trying to make it sparkle, shine, keep the feeling afloat. My wife's gold-plated chain on my chest, gold wedding ring all up on my left. Yup, bands on my waist and gold frame specs. Every time I ride around my city, what's up? What's up? Every time I ride around my city, I go I go bending every. What's up? Every time I ride around my city, every time I ride around my city, every time I ride around my city, what's up? What's up? I'm from the 90s, I'm from the 90s, what's up? Yeah, and you'll notice the hook said, my wife's gold-plated chain on my chest. I don't have it right now, cause we were cat-sitting Leslie's homie's cat, and I left it at their place, and so I feel like I was worried about when I do shows and I'm gonna feel like a phony, but I put on a placeholder. It's not gold, it's copper, but. Yeah, so 9K. I got a couple more here. Doing another acapella. And this next one is called White Lies. And I wrote this song in the summer of 2020. Because a lot of stuff went down in summer of 2020. It wasn't just the pandemic, right? There was a lot of unrest. There was a lot of police brutality. And there's a lot of hurt and sadness, and I was definitely scared to put this song out, I'm not gonna lie, because things are so touchy these days. Like, everyone gets offended about everything, and some things are worth getting offended for, and some things are worth offending for, I feel like. And this is one thing that I decided is worth offending, be it like a family member or a friend. Like, I understand my positionality in hip hop as a Chicano, right? Like, being in love with the black art form and like being so inspired by black voices. Like, rapping was therapy for me, as cliche as that sounds. Like, I learned to rap when I was 11 because I was dealing with domestic violence at home that I couldn't escape because I lived in a one-bedroom apartment and I didn't have my own room. So I always had a front row seat to the domestic violence. So I would go in the bathroom with my tape player, or it was one of them CD player tape, that thing. And I would just listen to my records and learn how to rap. And so, like, that was a moment where I realized, like, I can't just, like, be a rapper or claim that I'm a rapper or claim that I'm part of hip-hop and not say something with the tool that I'm using that, like, I'm not making too much money from it, but, like, if I'm making any money, like, just I owe a lot to the black community for creating such a beautiful art form. And so, like, that was part of the push that was like, I have to put this song out. And so I finally was brave enough to put it out. And I like I said, I wrote it in the summer of 2020. I wrote it after attending a protest in Redlands, actually. Like, you know, Redlands is a small place. Redlands is a lovely place, but Redlands is not necessarily a friendly place to people of color at all times. And so even that small march from right in downtown to the police station, there was hella hecklers, you know? But that experience really was the onus for writing this. And it's called White Lies because, I mean, we know what white lies are, right? They're supposed to not be harmful, right? It's like, well, it's a little thing. And to me, the white lies are all the stereotypes about black men, about the black community, about a lot of minoritized communities that just have been normalized over time. And like I said, it's about police brutality. And it's a rejection of all lives matter thinking. So it goes, black marker on a whiteboard. Outside is white chalk around a black body. Concrete roses. Cameras on the dashboard. 100 proof in my cup. Go on, check the lab report. Buried in my bones deep. Like a damn Labrador, my dog, that's a simile. I said buried in my bones deep, like a damn Labrador, my dog, that's a simile. I'm living for these metaphors, wishing I could get a tour so I could find peace in my art. Salvador, Dalai Lama, call me Ezra, fucker Oxford, comma, I'm a kind of conscious rhymer trying to split indifference in this cognitive dissonance, sawed in half. In an instant, split-second decisions, call a cab, I could see home in the distance. Draw a bath to wash my sins in different pigments underneath my skin. Dripping garments make me feel like Parliament. Pop me a tag, and then light a parliament in front of the precinct. Watch the cops get dragged in my Sunday's best. That's what you call swag, FTP, AKA A-cabs. Smarten up, I can't dumb it down on some thumb and mouth. All that tough talking, all the guns is out, all the boys are dead, all the families out. Lost another one, bring the cameras out. What lives matter now? Bring the cameras out. Lost another one, what lives matter now? See, what lives matter now? That's the question that we ask. What lives matter right now? And people were protesting peacefully, right? So we put the V in there and we ask, what lives matter now? And they want to say all lives matter now. So there's no peace. And so we have to ask again, what lives matter now? What lives matter now? What lives matter now? What lives matter now? Are we live? Now I'm asking you. Are we live? Are we alive yet? Are we live? We're alive, right? And so I just always want to ask myself, like what can I do to be anti-racist, like every day, you know? Especially, like I said, coming from my experience in the Chicano community, even I know that there's anti-blackness and colorism within my own community. And how can I be brave enough to, like, say something to my own family, say something to my own friends? And so I guess my goal with that song is, like, to hold myself accountable, but people that listen to it and hear it, hopefully you can think about that too. And I think I did those in the wrong order, huh? I did those in the wrong order. This next song is called Posies. This was the first single from this project. And I get they're not interchangeable, but Posies is about me being Chicano. I wrote it after I watched, I don't know if you've seen John Leguizamo's Latin American History for Morons. That thing opened it wide up for me. Like, I just love the premise. Like, his son is like writing, like gonna do a project, and like he's like, what? Tell me about it. And he's like, all right, I don't know. I got to do some research. And then it's amazing, right? But it just got me thinking about my whole education, you know? Like, learning about things, but through a particular lens, one lens. And it kind of shakes you to the core that, like, a lot of what we're taught, if we're not critically thinking about it, like, we're going with the flow of it. And I don't want to go with the flow of it. If we have children, I don't want our children to go with the flow of it. And so, like, yeah, this song is about, like, again, my positionality as a Chicano, like, being third generation, not speaking Spanish, not being Mexican enough, but not being anything else enough. I never really feel completely at home anywhere. And that might seem melodramatic, but that's what it is. So it's really, that's what the song's about, negotiating that. And it's also just, it's part of, like, the fatigue. Like, you know, I sat with these ideas a lot during the pandemic, you know, like, over and over. And so, like, Posies is playing off of, like, the Black Plague thing, Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posies. Like, that's what it's about, too, the fatigue from the pandemic. Let's go, Cash. I just wanna be the Mexican they done raised me to be. What I was reading, what they was teaching, not my identity. What? My country tis is thee. Probably wanna get rid of me. My people sick of me. Kill off the spick in me. I wanna make La Raza proud, but where is my brown pride? When I get so tongue-tied, I smoked on that loud and I got dumb high. Man, why? My mama kept me away from that crowd, but she couldn't keep me away from that violence. That shit was frightening. I turned to rhyme and right in this lightning. I learned to slay Goliath. I learned to tame the lion. I growl, howl at the sky, never pipe down. Talents they pride, feathers get railed. I'm a talented guy. I'm clever right now. They treated me coldly, chilling my bones deep. Now I'm off in these warm sheets, dream of that long sleep in a pocket full of posies. It's chamomile to calm my nerves. I need that long steep. Chamomile to calm my nerves, I need that long steep. Chamomile to calm my nerves, I need that long steep. Chamomile to calm my nerves, I need it. Daps and hugs from my fam, thugs with the tats and a pound of drugs. Me and all my dogs, just some hounds of love with a Kate Bush conviction. That's the way these hooks is written, baby. That's the way these books is written, baby. Sign on the dotted line, put my name on it. I ain't really jiggy, diamonds on me dancing. Got too much to lose, out here taking chances. Got too much to gain, jiffy my advances. See my vision clear, spiffy in my glasses. I passed all them classes, now I'm passing grades out. You could fall way back till they letting May out. Try to speak my piece, got the pepper spray out. Mask on, I'm puffed, daddy ain't no way out. Tear gas in the crowd, we already crying. Knee on his neck now, he's already dying. My God, I don't wonder why that shit is a crime. We ain't start the fire though, that shit was a lie. Said I earned it, I'm teaching these classes, I earned it. The master, I get in my bag. Dope for you, yeah, I big wormed it. I earned it, I'm teaching these classes, I earned it. The master, I get in my bag. Dope for you, yeah, I big wormed it. This is for my OGs, R.I.P. to the old me. This my pocket full of posies. This is for my OGs, rest in peace to the old me. This my pocket full of posies. This is for my OGs, R.I.P. to the old me. This my pocket full of posies. This is for my OGs, R.I.P. to the old me. Now it's chamomile to calm my nerves. I need that long steep. Chamomile to calm my nerves. I need that long steep. Chamomile to calm my nerves, I need that long steep. Chamomile to calm my nerves, I need it. I need daps and hugs from the fam, thugs with the tats and a pound of drugs. Me and all my dogs, just some hounds of love with a Kate Bush conviction. That's the way these hooks is written, baby. That's the way these books is written, baby. Sign on the dotted line, put my name on it. Thank you. I'll never, it'll always be awkward to me when the clapping, the moment, like, do I wait for clapping or like, and do I like, but yeah, like, for my OGs, like, shouts out to all the ancestors, like my ancestors, all of your ancestors, the ancestors of the Tongva people that were on this land before we were in this space. Like, that shit is amazing. Like, it wasn't until these last couple years that I really got hip to that notion, you know? Like, my family's been in San Bernardino, I don't know how long have, we've been here for a long time. And it's like, I don't know. I don't really know that much about my family. I don't really know that much about my ancestors, but I feel it. I feel it, and I got a lot of work to do to keep trying to claim that, you know? And so, like, today is my grandmother who passed away a few, like, 3-4 years ago. Today is her birthday. So, shout out my grandma Mary. Today's my brother's birthday, too. Shout out Pac Lolo. He's not here. Hopefully he's chilling, eating something good. This is my new thing now. Whenever it's someone's birthday, I text them, like, happy birthday, I hope you're eating good. Because as I get older, like, that's really all I can ask for. Like, just a relaxed day with, like, my favorite meal. Like, that's it. But, yeah, man. Posies is a rough one. My goddaughter wonder why that shit is a crime. Like, my goddaughter is half black and Filipino. I wish I could see her a lot more. She's in Virginia, but I remember having a conversation with her mom, like, when everything was going down heavy in summer 2020, and I was just like, how are the girls doing? And she was like, you know, she was like maybe 7 years old, and she just asked, like, why do they hate us? And I'm like, yeah, that's the crime right there. Not someone like with a Lucy. What the fuck? That, you know, it's just that shit. But I think I have one more song from this song collection. Thank you. If you've been listening to the project, thank you very much. I appreciate the listen, and I hope you connect with it. This last song is called Spring et al., and it's a nod to the poet William Carlos Williams' Spring and All. I read that book in grad school, and I had to write, like, essays about it. So I have, like, mixed feelings. You know what I mean? But I just like the notion. I like the name of it, Spring and All. And I wrote this song on my 34th birthday in 2020. Man, 2020 was an interesting one. Summer 2020. Yeah, I wrote it on my birthday. I remember we went to the park with my parents, and we had, like, a little socially distanced luncheon on the grass. And then we went home, and then you made me, like, a cocktail with the fresh ginger. And but I remember I went into the office for like an hour, and I was like, I'm just feeling it today. It's my birthday. Like, let me write a rap. And so I wrote this song, and it's just really about being grateful. I have really bad death anxiety. I think about death way too much. And so, like, this song is kind of, it's not about tackling death anxiety, but it's about, like, just being grateful for, like, how many seasons I've lived already, and how many more I hope and pray that I will get to live with all of you and everybody that I care about. By the way, like, all of these beats except the first beat are from my cousin Dope Kid Danny. Shouts out Dope Kid Danny. This one is like a nice little, like, funky West Coast flavor to it. And I just want you all to know that you're all winners. And you'll see why when I call you to claim your winning prize. Let's go, Cashy. Yeah, I see some winners in here. Yeah.
Way too dumb.
I pray for plenty summer falls, winter time, spring and alls, ball until I fall until I I pray for plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring and alls. Ballin' till I fall. I said I pray for plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring and alls. Ballin' till I fall. I pray for plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring and alls. Skating like I'm off the wall. Now we living in different tax brackets. My mind is sharp, so I better take a stab at it. Work no slacking, trying to stack it ain't a bad habit. Long as I'm happy, ain't no lacking, I ain't mad at it. I pull up to the Zoom meeting in a dad hat. Might walk down the aisle to some beach house screaming, yeah, that. If you know, you know, in case you don't, I'm off that sad rap. You later to get that monkey off my bad back. Metaphysical storms, been through the storms. Plenty more in store, but ready when they come. I'm a different man, I pray about it. Instead of trying to find my own way around it. Hard to make it out where I'm from. These rappers wanna move to Calabasas. I'm still in the IE and I'm teaching classes. They claim their girlfriend be the baddest. Do she got an ass in the masters? That's no hate though, I'm just asking. Well, I'm stacking plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring out.
Say I'm a winner.
Say I'm a winner.
Stacking plenty summer,
Yeah,
falls,
winter time, spring and all. Say I'm a winner, y'all. I'm stacking plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring and all. I ball until I fall. I pray for plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring and all. Skating like I'm off the wall. I don't like to sleep past 9 no more. I ain't trying to get nickel and dime no more. Sometimes I'm wishing I could do last night over. Drink more water, no hangover. I'm showing out. I put my money where my mouth is. That means I'm teaching them the right from black and brownness. I mean, this class I'm in ain't half bad for a brown kid. I grew up in rooms in a 1-bedroom apartment. Confrontational, but I ain't trying to fight though. Sensational, anytime I'm on this microphone. Now when I sing to you, what type of feeling do it bring to you? You feel a type of way? Tell me what it mean to you. F what you heard. I got letters, I got words. I've been clever with the verbs. Getting cheddar when I work. Got degrees in it, levels on them. Degrees to this, facing trouble on them. Well, I'm stacking plenty summer, falls, winter time, spring and all. Say I'm a winner, please. How does it feel? Do you feel like a winner? Sometimes you gotta be silly. Say, I won the money is mine. Vegas Vacation, that's from Vegas Vacation. So, that's the end of the project. But since I have the mic and you don't, I'm gonna do an encore. Oh, hold on, wait till I leave the stage. One more song. Okay, so this song is called Past Life Head First, and it's from the first song collection called Where Were You When I Was Trying to Function? And this song is essentially talking about why I had to kill Fame Kills. And so this is like a send-off to Famey. Had some good times as Famey, don't get me wrong, but it's time. The time is now. You ready? Ooh, that's nice. They told me to be myself. I don't know who that is. Baby, that's cool with me. As long as you let me live. Jamming to some cocktail twins. You know on the daily I be clocking new sins. You were not a nuisance to graduate the flunk. Jamming to some cocktail twins. You know on the daily I be clocking new sins. My cherry color funk. You were not a nuisance to graduate the flunk. I need not the 2 cents, baby, I am too spent. Finessing phonetics to make you fanatics. Undressing these unhealthy fetishes. Romantic annex was so apathetic. Shouts at the Chicanas that don't speak a lick of Spanish. First world, third gen, welcome to the world of men. Life is such a whirlwind. Had a lot of trauma in my childhood. Room set aflame by the drama like a pile of wood. That's not an excuse to mince words. Too many phases in my past life. I'm trying to act right. Even if I replace all my shame with grace, you will probably feel like it was last night. Too many phases in my past life. I'm trying to act right. Even if I replaced all my shame with grace, you would probably feel like it was 20s on some Rodman. Bad as I wanna be, acting like a troglodyte. Demons was haunting me, not that they all gone from me. It's just now I can flaunt the fee. Shout out to my therapist, charge it to the God in me. I let that persona down, offering my offspring, plucking on these heartstrings, weaking on some house of balloons type philosophy. Lost my integrity, looking for the irony, only found misogyny. Parts of my body that I don't wanna party with. Civil in your false skin, riddle in your false skin. In the middle of a full moon, false skin. Swallow my sorrow when nothing came out. Tried to be mirror for crowd. Turns out I needed some mirrors myself. Thrashing and blissing on out. Now I'm here healing the fear and the doubt. Just hear me out. Too many phases in my past life. I'm trying to act right. Even if I replaced all my shame with grace, you would probably feel like it was last night. Too many phases in my past life. I'm trying to act right. Even if I replaced all my shame with grace, you would probably feel like it was last night. Maybe I didn't love me, and that was the problem. So until I start to love me, I could never solve them. Maybe I didn't love me, and you gotta love yourself first, right? That's mad cliche, but it's true. I said maybe I didn't love me. I probably didn't, and that was the problem. So until I start to love me, I can never. Too many phases in my past life. I'm trying to act right. Even if I replaced all my shame with grace, you would probably feel like it was last night. Too many phases in my past life. I'm trying to act right. Even if I replaced all my shame with grace, you would probably feel like it was last night. You would probably feel like it was last night. You would probably feel like it was last night. You would probably feel like it was last night. You would probably feel. That's the end. I want to thank Dwan and Jay once again. Creative Grounds. Please, if you follow them on Instagram, and if you see an event here, come through. They're always amazing. So such a communal feeling. It's great. It's great. Thank you again, CashOnly. Please, let's get some noise for CashOnly. Sound extraordinaire. Cash Zaddy. And just thank you to all of you again for coming. I really appreciate it. I really haven't much else to say, but let's get home safe and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.
Another song. I know everybody